Hello there. I come back to you again on the issue that I spoke about yesterday, and that concerns the demise, mysterious demise of our sister Dorothy Ongera. And since the video that we recorded yesterday, a lot of sentiments have come through, and I thank all of you who have expressed your compassion for the family and expressed your sympathies to the David Ongera family. Now, I have also had the privilege of speaking to Mr. Dennis Nyakundi Mose, who's the legal husband of the deceased. And he says, in fact, he has told me and pleaded with me and said, all I am crying, all I am asking for is that I be given the opportunity to bury my wife according to the Kisi customs. Now, he's made a very passionate appeal. It is not an easy situation for him to be in. And as the family continues to pursue justice, we want to ask for your continued prayers, and those of you who can reach out to the family individually, please do so and encourage them, give them that you know lean as they say, give them that opportunity to feel that people feel and empathize with them, because they're going through a difficult time. This is something they do not know where they will even start from. There is something, and I'm hoping it is not true, that there is a possibility of um, um, and this breaks my heart, that there is a possibility that Dorothy's remains may have been cremated before burial. Now, that would be callous. It is evidence of the heartlessness that whoever is responsible, who at this point in time, all indications are, and he remains the prime suspect, is the partner they were living with in the name of Obadiah Kinara. Obadiah, we are trying to find out. We will share his images and see whether anybody knows his whereabouts, because as far as everyone is concerned, he has gone into hiding, and apparently he has in the latest development, he has fired the advocates that were representing him in the custody case over the children. So that is telling. And this has happened after he has been paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in compensation for life insurance for Dorothy. That life insurance was taken hardly 4 months before she um, died mysteriously. So, um, something else that has left us curious is that on the list of obituaries by the Golden, I think it is Golden Gate Funerals and Services, what we learn is that a look at the list of obituaries that they have had does not feature Dorothy's name. So again, it brings in another question that we must ask ourselves. Could this be a collusion between the suspect and the funeral home? And if it is not, then we would want to call upon the funeral home to come out clear. If indeed it was done by Golden Gate Funeral Services in Dallas, Texas, then you need to come out and clear the air that indeed they are not the people. And this is a message directed to the funeral home, that if indeed you were part of this, the family and the people demand an explanation from you, a statement to clear the air that indeed it is you or it is not your funeral home that was responsible for this secret burial of our sister, our daughter, our niece, our mother, our auntie, and a citizen of the United States and the Republic of Kenya. That is something that we would want to get clear. Now, the police or the authorities within the Arlington area and the larger Texas community, people want to know what is the exact position, what happened on the night of or on 17th of December, and what is the progress so far. Has there been an official police report? And if there has been, what is that report saying? Did that report clear Mr. Kinara to go ahead and bury the remains of the deceased Dorothy Ongera? Those are questions that must be asked, and it is only in the best interest of closure and for the family that we get these questions answered. So tonight I am calling on the funeral services. The funeral home that reportedly is Golden Gate, we want to find out what happened. An official statement would do justice, would clear a lot of anxiety, will answer a lot of questions that are lingering. The second, in Texas, within the jurisdiction where this incident happened. I would imagine it is within the Arlington neighborhood, which is the larger Dallas jurisdiction, and Texas at large. We want to ask to know what the official police report as regards this matter is, because this is a matter that was reported. Initially there was a suspicion of crime, and after that what has happened, that somebody would be buried secretly in the middle of a court process, then it leaves a lot to be desired. We would want to know, the family would want to know, the Kenyan people want to know, the American people would want to know how this happened and what the police have on their records. The third appeal we want to make is for the authorities, the Customs and Border Control. I imagine if Mr. Kinara is within the United States, then it is only the Customs and Border Control that can be able to confirm this. Can we have a confirmation on whether or not Mr. Kinara is indeed in the territory of the United States? And if not, if he has already left or fled, what was his destination at the exit point within the borderline of the United States? Wherever he has left to, we understand that there was a bond deposited in court of $2,000. We want to know whether within the U.S. Customs and Border Control have any record of Mr. Kinara's exit during the pendency of the court proceedings before Judge Brooke Allen of Probate Court Number 2 in Texas. Now, those are the questions we are asking. And finally, I want to make an appeal to our people that within the GoFundMe platform, the family has got to deal with this legal, the case and the proceedings, and it is quite a cost. We are asking that within the GoFundMe platform, you can go there, please support the family in whichever way you can. If there is going to be a process of exhumation, if indeed the remains of Dorothy were buried without being cremated, then we would imagine that the process would require that the body, the remains will ultimately be transported to Kenya so that she is accorded the burial that is deserving as required by the customs of the Kisii culture. As the husband has already pleaded, the legal husband, Mr. Dennis Nyakundi Mose, he has pleaded that he would want to be given that final chance to perform the final rite to the wife of his youth. So if you can support, if you have direct contact with the family, if you have direct contact with any member of the family, there are different platforms. I know there are 2 WhatsApp groups that are contributing towards this torturous exercise. Please do so within that. If you know the family direct, please do so. If you have no means, go to gofundme.com. You will find the fundraising that is going there, resource pooling that is going on in there to the benefit of the Dorothy Ongera, funeral expenses. Please do so. It may be uncertain at this point in time as to whether or not she will be interred formally. If indeed it turns out that she was cremated, then that would be very, very sad. But whatever the outcome, I'm sure the family will have a decision to make. But right now, whatever it is that you can contribute to support this family towards the legal fees for representation in as far as the legal tussle is concerned, please do so. And if you would wish to reach the family, put out a comment on this platform, and we would share with you how you're going to reach the family. Don't send any money to me. Don't send any money in my name or in the name of Kurunzi TV or in the name of Milton Nyakundi. We want to guide you to send your contributions to the family where they will direct you. If you can do so through GoFundMe.com, then please do so. If you do not have access to the WhatsApp groups, then we will guide you on how you can contribute the official number for the family. For now, we want to remind you once again that continue praying for this family. Continue praying for those innocent kids that have been left. Continue praying for the parents because they are in pain. And lastly is an appeal. And I want to turn to my native language. Abantu baminto moroche what has happened. Ikenegentege kumusana. Na inde gonkobodi naki onde bwensi gaki kamuranche. Onye kumanyete abantu ba eamate ya kinara. Nye kumanyete oyu nere bono igoro mukagerwo monene na ende korengana n'ebintu akorire kamuranje ake koko rutamangana ngaki igwa ngotema turi tonyore njira turabeke ebicha yaye gose ebicha gusa video ende onse kini at this point in time ntoranyara gokorabo kamuranje kana gusabira umuchi oyo mumuroye genta akorire nyina maene na bakorete igo ngese ngenjebes negenteke kumsana kana kumusabira so that the family can get justice for their daughter. And finally, because I was forgetting this, I want to acknowledge and appreciate my colleagues, the Nation Media Group, who have taken up the story, and that story is online. We will also share it as widely as you can. The Daily Nation for today, that is Wednesday, on page 3. I want to thank you for what you have done, my colleagues. Other colleagues who can do it within Kenya or outside, especially in the United States, let's put this word out there so that the family can get justice. The late Dorothy and can get what befits a send off that befits her her value for all of us within within the time that she was in this world. So I want to plead with you that if you can support by way of putting out an article on your blog or by covering this story, contacting the family, especially the media outlets within the United States, kindly, if you can reach out to this family, we would be more than grateful. Personally, I would be more than ready to share information. And to my colleagues in the media, when I send you this information, kindly feel free to contact me or reach out to the family in private and be able to support them. Right now, what they need is this story to be told, for the authorities to act, and for Mr. Kinara and whoever his accomplices would be can be able to get the justice that they deserve. One last call that I was going to make was regarding the insurance company that may have paid out the compensation to Mr. Kinara. If you know that you are the insurance company that gave or offered or provided the life insurance cover to Dorothy, please, we would want to know what the status of the compensation is. a confirmation of whether or not that payment that has reportedly been made to Mr. Obadiah Kinara, whether or not it has been made, that confirmation will do us a lot of good. So those are the appeals that I wanted to make. Sorry for being repetitive, but it is because of how traumatizing, how difficult, how challenging, how tormenting this whole incident is, and therefore we are praying for the best possible cremation of Dorothy's remains before they were interred at the public cemetery. That's it for now. Let's keep this family in prayer, and let's hope the authorities will heed to the calls and the petitions of this family that we are making on their behalf, that they may come out and clarify and answer the questions that we are asking. For now, that's it. All the best, adios, and may God bless you as you intend and purpose to support this family through the platforms that are available. Thank you very much. May God bless you and bless you abundantly.